here with your girl, Miss Red. I got you covered all day long, but we going to jump into this Monday with a little bit of smooth R&B from our girl. She says she just want to be happy.
Good morning, Naima. Good morning, Naima. Happy Monday.
Morning, Brittany.
How was your weekend?
Fine.
Did you go out? What did you do? I went out with my girlfriends from college on Saturday and we got totally wasted. And then I totally slept all day on Sunday and then got up this morning bright and early for a run through the park.
I hate this fucking job. A title so proud that it deserves saying again. I hate this fucking job was brought to us by Monique, Lola, Berkley, and her Proud Girl production of I Hate This Fucking Job. Touches on a lot of prevalent themes in modern society, primarily the preference of white entertainers in media culture and politics, and the film focuses highly on the sociopathic idiocies and intrusive behavior of her white colleagues. But other things that caught my attention were the gentrification of Brooklyn and Harlem, just the overall preference of fellow Anglo-Saxon white people, whereas the African American employee, even though being severely overqualified for her position, is just disregarded. And it once again it provides a very unfair and aggravating depiction of the workplace environment, and I hope audiences will walk away thinking about how that we need more. There just needs to be more acceptance and communication between our cultures. That it shouldn't be cultures, for example, especially in the workplace.
Really engaging story told in a very authentic and real way. I can definitely relate to a lot of the scenarios that happened here that take place in workplaces everywhere. I loved the radio DJ narration over top and how it really played along well with Naima's journey. The short was comical, but also it was real. I thought the acting was fantastic. I thought that the conversations, especially the ones that Naima had with her friends outside the workplace, really just rang true to the Black experience in North America. I think it does a really good job of taking very serious and prevalent issues and not making light of it, but making it very digestible. So I loved this a lot.
I loved this take on the weird cast of characters you have to put up with in the corporate world, office world, and all of those grievances every day, those little things that start to drive you nuts, the hurdles especially in not being valued or having to face these race issues and tensions and having to essentially school these people. Love the device of the running commentary of the main character through this radio call-in show. And her perspective into her self-talk of just separating herself from all of this bullshit. And the scene with Naima and her best friend just felt so real, and that was another heart of the piece too, because we really did care about this character, and I was so happy to see her victory at the end. Overall, a really cool piece, and felt very relevant and fresh.
Funny and relevant, and really speaks to the current time that we're living in, where we see racism so often in the workplace really in these microaggression ways, rather than, while there's still overt times, definitely, there's still times when there's just blatant things like, I can't believe someone just said that, and we see that explored here. What's great about this film is that it explores it both in the micro and the macro, how the micros can slowly build up into a much larger and more overt issue in the workplace. And while it allows us to laugh while we're examining this, it does at the end of it all take it very seriously and understand that this is a serious thing that we have to deal with. And it's great that we see our protagonist be able to, it seems, go off to greener pastures by the end. Not just to a place that's simply more diverse, but that a place that will listen to her ideas and not allow her to be overstepped by someone simply because of their white privilege. So I think it's well acted. It has a good tonal balance between humor and drama, and tells a vitally important story that is still so relevant, which is unfortunate to a certain extent in the current workplace environment.
Such a fantastic film, and it was although it was like humorous, there were so many deep meanings behind it, most of which I can personally relate to. I loved how it addressed so many different stereotypes and like real life issues that Black women face in the workplace. Starting off with something like her hair, like people talking about her hair and addressing her hair and trying to touch her hair and just clearly making her uncomfortable. And then we like move towards how they keep getting Black artists confused, and she's kind of like the only Black person at her job, so she's like having to not only do her job but also act as like the face of Black people in her workplace. It was really heartbreaking when the woman refused to talk to her. I just think this film was hitting so many real issues that Black women face in the workplace on a daily basis.
I thought it was great. I thought it was, like I said, the office politics and the office dynamics felt pretty authentic, and the relationships felt authentic with like the different things they had going on, like the managing editor or whatever trying to like be a huge suck up to the boss, but he's like kind of creepy to Brittany and like steals Naima's like ideas and things like that. So all of those little like moments I thought were really well done. And then at the end, you just feel such like a satisfying payoff that she gets to be like, I'm done, I'm over this place, I get to move on to bigger and better things. And you want that for her. So I thought it was great.
I really liked the beginning with the wake up radio station and the intro credits into the building. Right away, I knew from the title, I hate my effing job. I wanted to watch it. I think everyone can relate to this feeling, and I think that the script and overall performance of the actress who played Naima really helped you relate to the character. And it really worked together to make this role super believable and relatable again. Visually, the office setting and the Mac Shack were a big help to keep the plot realistic and all the same relatable. The scenes at the Mac Shack were actually my favorite because they were the scenes where Naima could let herself shine through, be herself with her friends. Also, can I add, is there another part to this? Like part 2? Can I have it? I'd like part 2.
It's such a nice, extensive storyline, and I really appreciate that they wrapped it up in the end and gave some resolution to that. I thought each character really had a unique perspective that came through, and think the actors really took care to make those choices and to hold them consistently through the entire piece. Thought the lighting was really quite nice, sound was great, the atmosphere they created worked for the piece, and thought they did a nice job with this.
I thought this one was really good. I like the way it sets a tone and sticks to it. It feels just really grounded in this sort of kind of slice of life, but also more formatted than that. It's the kind of piece that feels like it wants to be a regular series or something bigger. It's definitely all composed and polished really well that way. And yeah, it just felt real and grounded, and the characters were great, the dialogue was great, it's all really believable, and I'd like to see more. It's definitely worth checking out.